Come on, move it, move it! Don't forget the black bag. The alarm wires are cut. Nobody gets foolish. Nobody gets hurt.
Crazy fool, why did you have to arrest the guy?
Shut up and let's get out of here. Stick this under the blanket. Let's go.
I'll see if they need any help with the traffic.
Okay.
Hey, got an emergency?
Heart attack. Gone before we get here.
Headed for Memorial, huh?
Yeah.
Look, the traffic is pretty backed up out there. Do you need some help?
Well, I think we can hack it. Thanks just the same.
Can I take a look at the body, huh? Get down!
Ludlow 9 to control. Shooting at east end of Coliseum. Suspects heading south on Garwood Boulevard in Memorial Hospital ambulance.
Roger, Ludlow 9.
You all right? Yeah, but I have a feeling we ought to check with the cashier's office.
Meet you at the garage. We'll dump the ambulance and meet later and split the bread.
We'll just take one of these for insurance, amigo.
The deal was we'd make the split later.
Look, you got one bag, we got one. Like I said, insurance.
Come on, you guys. This is no time for a debate. Let's get out of here. I'll straighten you out later.
Yeah, you do that.
Come on, Santos, let's go.
Man's been shot. I called an ambulance.
Excuse me. Hey, Dan. It's Dan Kennedy. Dan Kennedy.
Start him on oxygen. Bring me some Ringer's lactate. I want some blood typed and cross-matched.
It'll take 10 minutes.
Too long. Get me some plasma.
He's below 60.
Pulse?
120.
I can't get an IV. There's not enough pressure in the vein.
Hook him up to a cardiac monitor. Looks like the liver or spleen. Get a surgical resident in here quick. He's got a belly full of blood. Give me some.
I can't get a blood pressure.
Hook him up to a ventilator.
Okay, I've got the vein.
Good. Start a drip of aramine to try and give him some pressure.
Hi.
Morning. You had a good workout?
Just trying to sweat out some of the beer and good living some friends foisted in my body last night.
I'll bet you fought them all the way.
Do I look that much out of shape?
I'm just going on the fact that you're puffing like you just finished the Olympic trials.
I didn't need to stop here to be insulted, you know? I just thought I'd stop and check out your sandcastle, see how it was coming.
Why didn't you stop when you came by before?
I thought that I would impress you with my natural grace and ability as I raced up the beach like your average gazelle. Thought I'd give you time to wonder who I was.
Okay. I'm wondering.
But you're not impressed.
Well, any guy who likes sandcastles can't be all bad.
Not only do I like sandcastles, but I used to be a champion at building them. And this lady is a castle to be revered.
You sound like a beach person.
Well, I used to run not far from here, down the beach, in my youth. I'd like to live around here someday.
Ah, well, we're potential neighbors. My name's Amy Kennedy.
Terry Webster.
How do you do, Terry Webster? Forgive the sand. And what do you do when you're not running up and down the beach at an hour when decent people are in bed?
Well, I haven't given a lot of time to my prized begonias. And I've taken up house painting in my spare time. And I'm a cop.
You're kidding.
Does that turn you off?
Should it?
Well, it's cooled a lot of ladies I've known.
Well, actually, I'm kind of fond of cops. My mother married one.
Hey, Amy.
Ah, speak of the devil. There he is. Hey!
How's my baby?
I'm hungry for some of your infamous Eggs Benedict, and I'd like you to meet a friend.
Oh, hi, friend. Name's Dan.
Terry.
Are you ready? He's a cop.
SCPD?
Uh-huh.
What precinct?
17.
I used to work in the 8th. Hell of a bunch of guys. Yeah, I kind of miss him. I miss the force. I'd like to talk to you about it sometime.
Anytime.
What's the matter with now?
Yeah, come on up, have breakfast right now. We're gonna have Eggs Benedict. The infamous kind, right? Well, I got news for you. You take an English muffin, of course, and you toast it first. Then you get some prosciutto or get Canadian bacon, either one. Yeah, I was in the force 25 years. Used to drive it black and white. And then I caught a slug in the back, you know, back in here. You know, it kind of paralyzes you and slows you up. You know, your reactions aren't as good, so they put me out to pasture. But I keep working. I'm a security guard. It's not so bad, you know.
Darn it, I'm sorry.
I'll help. Hey. Careful you don't cut yourself.
Okay, did I blow it just now, or didn't I fool you at all?
I didn't know on the beach, if that's what you mean.
Well, you said you knew some ladies who were turned off when they found out you were a cop. I've known some gentlemen who ran like rabbits when they found out I was blind.
And I've still got my track clothes on, huh?
Have you decided whether or not to take off?
I've done enough running for one day. Why don't I help you with these dishes, huh?
Okay. Okay, system is left to right. And we'll start with the remaining whole ones.
Okay.
The hardest part, I guess, is other people's reaction to it. A lot of pity, a lot of dumb questions like, how do you live with blindness?
Same people who ask what it's like to be black.
What do you tell them?
I tell them that it's always helped with my tap dancing.
Is it the same sea you remember?
Mm-hmm. Better.
It's smooth today, not a lot of white caps and very gray, except there's a little band of silver right at the horizon.
Are you peeking?
No. I can feel the wind, though, and hear the breakers. And I remember colors mostly. Colors and flowers, sunsets.
How'd you lose your sight?
I was 16. I was on my way to music school. And I developed a disease that gradually weakens the optic nerve. One day the lights went out. My dad thought for a couple of years there might be an operation, you know. But we gave up hope finally, and I'm learning to live with it. It's not so bad. I study Braille, and I've got pretty good interior radar to get around.
What about your music?
You've been talking to my father.
Well, he's anxious that you should go on with it.
He's prejudiced. He thinks I'm talented. I don't know. He thinks I ought to get up off my tail and do something about it. You heard me play this afternoon. What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
Cops are all the same.
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind if I find out what you look like? If my glasses bother you, I can take them off.
They don't bother me.
I mean, they might be in the way in case you decide to kiss me.
Very beautiful.
So are you.
Check the belly. Looks like it's filled with blood.
It's turning blue. We'll never make it to OR.
He started to throw some PVCs.
Are we getting any pressure?
None.
Draw a couple of amps of bicarb.
Rate is slowing down. I think we're losing him.
Well, where's the bicarb?
Forget it. It's a straight line. Start external heart massage.
Come on. Come on.
Pupils fixed and dilated.
Come on.
Amy back from college?
Spoke to Dan last week. She was due in yesterday. I'm heading out there now. Got anything in the robbery?
Not enough. Inside job are well cased. AR-15 rifle, Army issue, blood on the stock.
Yeah, I shot one of them. I saw him drop it out of the ambulance.
How about you? You okay?
Just a nick.
You must have been a pretty good shot.
Marksman. And I'm gonna nail him and whoever else had anything to do with killing Dan.
Okay, man. Let's meet Santos and the girl for the split. Hey, wait a minute. What are you doing? I'm with you.
I'm just cutting down the odds of the split. That's all.
Mr. Webster.
Hmm?
To whatever happens next.
I think you're overstepping your bounds, Dan.
My bounds? Terry, I'm her father, remember?
Doesn't give you the right to completely control her life, does it?
At this point in her existence, I think it does.
Do you want me to stop seeing her?
Right.
Why?
Well, look, Terry, this isn't black or white. It's just that I'm pretty sure you can't handle it. I know she can't. She's blind, Terry. Her entire world extends from the house down to the beach and then back up to the house again. You take her out of that and she's helpless. You're a working cop, Terry. You want to take on that?
Well, why are you so determined to keep her locked in that world?
I am not, Terry. Even if you think you could spend your entire life taking care of her, I mean, where would she be? You can't let her turn you into a crutch. Then she'll never be able to do anything on her own.
So what are you suggesting?
Oh, go to college? Institute for the Blind upstate?
For music.
For her music. And for her life.
What does she want?
That's what she wanted until she met you, Terry. Now think about it.
Amy? I guess what I'm saying is that neither one of us, neither you or I, has thought this relationship through, really.
We were happy.
Nothing is ever over. But if you give up this opportunity to go away to school, to be independent, to be on your own, it was very important.
Yeah. If I don't go away now, I'll never know whether or not what you felt for me was love or pity.
I'll be here when you come back. All right.
Terry, I thought maybe I could just postpone school, maybe just a semester, so that we could spend the holiday together.
Everything is set for you to go.
I'll see you around. Terry?
Yeah.
Wow, I was gonna call you. I'm sorry I didn't write, but school is amazing. I never worked so hard in my life. What's the matter? Don't I get a hug?
me.
Amy, there was a robbery at the stadium this afternoon. Your father was shot and taken to Memorial Hospital. Doctors tried. Amy, he's dead.
That's not true. Don't say that. That's a lie.
Amy?
That's a lie.
Why don't you sit down, huh?
Daddy? Daddy? Daddy!
We traced the rifle to where it was registered, the West Side National Guard Armory. After the guardsmen finished their weekend drill, the weapons are locked in a rack. But a switch was made. An old M1 with a broken firing pin was left in the place of this one. You got a name?
James Francis Hunter. National Guardsman, home address on Ocean Front. Description matches the rifleman at the stadium robbery, and according to his records, Mr. Hunter is an expert rifleman.
Check out his home address. If you come up empty, put out an APB. Stadium people are still trying to figure out how much money was taken. They don't know for sure, but they do know that it was a big score. And it's looking more and more like an inside job all the time. Suspects had a key to the cashier's office. They had sufficient knowledge of the box office timetable to know exactly when the maximum amount of cash would be on hand. Riker? Thanks for the call. Well, the ambulance that was used in the heist was just discovered with a dead man beside it, whose wallet identifies him as James Francis Hunter, our National Guardsman.
When I first began to go blind, I was so angry. And so full of fear and I guess very hard to be around. Everything was different. And my friends, most of them sort of slowly stopped coming around. But my father was there. He was always there. I guess I thought he always would be.
Come on, drink some of this, huh?
He was my friend, Terry.
He was my friend, too. You gotta pull yourself together. A lot of things to do.
He wanted to be cremated, you know, and his ashes scattered at sea.
There's a mortuary near the hospital.
Macklin's.
I'll make the arrangements.
What about those people, Terry? They killed him. What about those people?
We'll get him. Still looking. Come on, you gotta get out of these wet clothes.
You seem worried, Carol.
Dominic.
No, I asked you what's worrying you.
The girl. Kennedy's daughter. She was at the beach and we talked to him at his house. Suppose she knows something that could tie us in.
Don't worry, I'll take care of the girl. Where's Santos?
Went out for a while.
Where?
How should I know?
The bag with the rest of the money. Where is it?
I don't know. You're hurting me.
You wouldn't be jiving me, would you?
Dominic, please.
Oh, where is it?
Santos has it with him.
When's he due back?
Later. I don't know exactly what time.
You two wouldn't be planning an out-of-town trip without me, would you? I mean, without splitting the bread?
Listen, about the girl. What did you mean when you said you were going to take care of her? If she knows something about us, it's trouble for all of us.
You don't have to worry about that. In fact, Carol, you don't have to worry about anything ever again.
Dominic, what are you doing? You're going to be crazy. What are you doing?
You and Santos weren't going anywhere, huh, sweetheart?
Tell the doc when he gets here, I want a PM and lab report as soon as possible. This man has 2 wounds. One of them could have come from the encounter with Webster. The other one is fresh, and it was fired at close range.
This is in the front seat of the ambulance. Tendon gear, surgical mass, and a box with strands of dark brown synthetic hair.
There's a homicide team here. Give them all this stuff you've collected and everything you know.
Lieutenant, I ran a make on the license. It hasn't been reported stolen.
Call the hospital and find out why they haven't filed a report on it. Tell ballistics I want them to rush a report on whatever the medical examiner recovers from Hunter's body here.
Yes, sir.
Does the ID on him list the same address that we have on him?
Ocean front.
All right, I'm gonna ride with you. We'll pick up a search warrant and check it out.
You're right, sweetheart. Looks like we do have a missing ambulance.
What do you got?
Well, the reason there was no stolen vehicle report made on it is because it wasn't stolen. It was checked out by one of our drivers on an emergency run. 2:10 this afternoon.
What was the destination of that?
Stadium.
Who made that run?
The attendant was Manuel Santos, and he was under the supervision of a male nurse, Dominic Novak.
Riker?
Yeah, Lieutenant. I've got a couple of missing attendants to go with that ambulance. A Manuel Santos and a Dominic Novak. They match the descriptions given by the stadium witnesses. Regular hospital employees, average work records.
Have you heard anything from ballistics?
Yeah, both the wounds inflicted upon Hunter's body came from S&W 38s. Now, the shoulder slug came from Terry's police special, but the slug that killed him is from a yet unidentified gun. Now, it's got to be the same 38 that killed Dan Kennedy.
Well, we have no ID on the dead girl yet. But I want ballistics to check the slug that killed her against the other ones. I think this is our missing nurse.
Okay, I'll take care of it.
Danko?
Yeah?
I want you to run a make on Santos and Novak. See if you can find any home addresses, whether they have criminal records. And if you come up with any addresses, I want you to check them out. I also want you to put out an APB on them.
Yes, sir.
Lieutenant?
Terry, I forgot my purse. It's on the table in the house.
It'll be easier if I get it, okay? Why don't you wait here? Here's the car. You be all right?
Okay.
Hold on, baby. Control. Control!
Control, Roger.
This is Ludlow 9. Need an ambulance at 626 Ocean Front.
Roger, Ludlow 9.
Terry?
Oh, Amy. It's okay, baby. It's all right. You'll be all right. Just hold on, okay, baby? Just hold on.
She has a slight concussion and multiple fracture of the right arm, but she's going to be okay.
Can I see her?
No, I'm sorry. Doctor says no visitors till tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. See you later.
Hi, babe. Okay. Well, you were right, Lieutenant. The name of the dead girl you found at Hunter's house is Carol Brenner. She worked as a nurse here at Memorial.
The bullet that killed the girl?
It's a match. Came from the same gun that killed Kennedy and Hunter.
The ambulance 210 is now a nurse. Doesn't appear they're terribly worried about anything being traced back to here.
They intended to be long gone before anyone caught on.
Why the killings?
It's what's known as murder among thieves, Owens. Someone was double-crossed. Someone wanted to fight over the split.
Yeah, it looks like somebody wants to go for the whole thing. It's got to be either Santos or Novak.
That's right. It's a safe bet one of them is going to end up on a slab. Did you get any home addresses on them?
Yeah, we checked them out. There's nothing there.
Well, what about phone numbers? Didn't we get some phone numbers?
We had 3. There's the Vinton Travel Agency. Haven't been able to get in touch with them. The second one is the box office at the stadium. Third unlisted number, checked it out. It belongs to Dan Kennedy.
Webster, I have 2 questions. Why would these suspects have Kennedy's phone number? And why would one of them want to kill his daughter?
Terry? Is she all right?
Yeah. She's heavily sedated, but she's gonna be okay.
What about you? You all right?
I was just thinking.
thinking about when I found out she was blind. I felt so close to her. I mean, I know what it's like to be lonely, you know? I know what it's like to be outside the group. I wanted to help her. Here was my chance to prove what a good human being I was, you know? You see, it was all about me, about what I needed. Well, in his own way, Dan was right. There was a lot that she and I had to think about. I'm still thinking, but I still don't know. But I know I don't want it to end here. Because I've learned a lot from her.
Was she able to tell you anything?
No. She doesn't know anything about Santos, Novak, none of them. I'm convinced she doesn't know anything.
Jill just found out something. Dan had been coming in here for a test just before he was killed.
What kind of test?
He had terminal cancer. A couple of other things are coming up hot. Just found body number 4 in a ransacked motel room.
Who?
Manuel Santos.
That leaves Novak.
Yeah, we came up with a photo of him from his hospital employment records. Records positive there's a tie between Dan and Novak. And we just tracked the owner of the Vinton Travel Agency to an apartment building near the airport. Riker wants to check on it.
Let's go.
Okay.
Dominic Novak might have had business with your agency within the past few days?
Nope. Nobody who's done business with me. That all?
Name's Manuel Santos. Probably making reservations for out of the country. Europe, Mexico.
Yeah, I know this guy. Only he said his name was Sanchez, Harold Sanchez. And he wasn't making a reservation, he'd already made it. Picked up his ticket Friday around closing.
Where?
Mexico City. 4:30 flight out of Metropolitan Airport.
Could be that ticket is still going to be used by Novak.
Can we make it?
Let's try it.
Flight 407 now boarding at gate 12.
This man in your 4:30 flight to Mexico City, Dominic Novak, maybe flying under the name of Harold Sanchez.
I don't recognize him.
Have all the passengers checked in yet?
Well, we have all but 3 confirmations, but they don't have to check in here. They can check in at the gate.
I want to halt takeoff of that flight.
I don't have the authority to do that.
What gate?
4B.
guess he saw a chance to make a lot of money fast. Set it up with Novak and the others. But what he didn't figure on was a double cross.
And he did it for me.
He knew he was dying. There was no insurance. Knowing your dad, he would have been concerned for you. He loved you. Very much. Look, when are you going back to school?
Tomorrow.
Can I drive you to the airport?
I'd like that.
I don't want you to go, you know.
I'll be back, you know.
This is good. This is good.